everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are doing another declutter. So we are doing the first part of two for my eyeshadow palette. So I have these nice kind of crates that I have, they're both completely full of eyeshadow palettes, and I'm just going to be transparent. I really don't think I'm going to throw many away. I think this is more of a kind of a slight cleanup and maybe just a rearrangement, because this is like a mess, and the other crate is exactly the same. This stuff, not all of these palettes, but most of these palettes are some palettes that I don't use as much, so they're kind of like the bottom part of my two crates, but that doesn't mean any of them are rubbish. I can only have so much space. But I thought I would just show you guys, and if I do declutter anything, I'll offer them to my friends, or they'll go in the bin or something like that. But yeah, let's just kind of start off, and I'll open them as much as I can just to show you in case you haven't kind of seen them. And there's a couple on the top that I know I'm going to keep. So I mean, starting off with my Viva Essentials palette, I'm definitely keeping this one because it's very new in my collection, and it is a very nice palette as well. I mean, I wanted this for so long, and I got it finally via Cult Beauty, like a beauty box or something that they did. Very nice palette. I think by itself is about £60, something like that, but I got the whole box for like 45 or something like that, so it's definitely worth it. This is a very nice palette. Their mini palettes are very nice as well, but yeah, I'm keeping this one. Melt Cosmetics Blueprint, I mean, I have used this maybe once and I thought it was okay. I need to give this another go because I mean, I really like Melt Cosmetics. They are one of my favorite brands, but some of these shadows are just not very pigmented. But I really want to give these a go, so I need to use this soon. I always put certain palettes like higher up in my collection, but then I end up buying new stuff. So it kind of, the stuff I want to try kind of gets forgotten about, and the new stuff I end up using. But this is still a decent palette, and it cost me enough to kind of like, I need to keep it. So yeah, I'm going to give this another go. By Fenty, I think I might start throwing some of these boxes away because they're just, boxes don't take up much room, but they're just a pain in the butt. But this is the Bomb Posse palette I got from, I think I got it from Boots, and it was like £10 or something. And this is actually a really nice palette. It's very pigmented, and I know these are ones that you can like clip on top, so I am going to keep it just because I haven't had it very long. So yeah, this is a nice one. So this is by Lorac Pro. So I mean, again, I haven't picked this up like at all, but it's a really nice palette. I mean, I like to kind of keep these kind of palettes just to kind of use on certain days for like TikToks and stuff like that. But I will keep this. I did so well because it's just a really nice palette, and I really like Lorac quality. Very pigmented. My V Cosmetics, I'm never throwing this away, even if it gets dry beyond belief. I'm still going to keep it because it's Cradle of Filth, and it's just one of the nicest palettes I've ever owned. And I will actually use this again soon because I miss using it, and especially now that spring is here. I mean, this is not spring-esque like music or any, you know, like kind of music, but it's just really nice colors and very colorful, so I'll keep this one, of course. Okay, so this Brights one, this is a mini palette by Beauty Bay. I have used this a couple of times, and I'm gonna get rid of it because I have so many other versions, especially like Beauty Bay palettes. Their quality is amazing. These are all matte shades, and I always like to have some shimmers in them, but you know, this one is very affordable if you want to pick it up. I'm pretty sure Beauty Bay still sell it, but yeah, this is eventually, well, this is now going to leave my collection, unfortunately. This is the Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the first palette that she brought out with Morphe. I have only had this less than a year, but I really love this palette, and yeah, I'm definitely keeping it. P.Louise Money Shot, this is just the biggest palette ever, and it's such a pain in the butt to have, but it's a really nice palette, and I haven't used it in a while, but I will try to soon because it's green, and green is one of my favorite shades. But yeah, this is a nice palette in itself. I've always said this, it's got too many repetitive colors, but it's still really nice to have. This is by Pat McGrath. So this is a palette that I've grown to love more than anything else. It's the Mothership Rose Decadence palette. I got this on sale on her website because I never really pick up anything, well, apart from the Star Wars collection when it was on sale. I will keep it because it's expensive and the quality is quite good. So yeah, I'll keep that one. The Revolution Dangerous Love palette. I do like this palette. I'm not going to say it's the greatest palette ever made because it's obviously not, but it's nice. I like the packaging and I love Batman, and you know, I was very hit and miss with this collection, but I feel like this palette was probably one of the better things out of that whole thing. Gemini 2, I haven't used this in bloody ages, but of course I'm keeping it because it's melt, and it's not even that old. And I don't know if you guys have seen any of my videos on this, but it did turn up broken. But you know what, I just have to get on with it. But you know what, the colours are stunning. They're definitely shades that I use like all the time, so I'm not going to get rid of it. I just kind of, yeah, it's unfortunate when palettes turn up broken because it just really annoys me, but I paid like full price for this and there's no way that I'm ever getting rid of it. So there's that one. This one by BH Cosmetics. These two palettes do not even exist within BH Cosmetics anymore, but I'm keeping them because they're so freaking good. I mean, every declutter I do, I talk about how much I love them. So this is the green palette. I know it's annoying to like have palettes that are not available to purchase anymore, but to be honest, I'm not that kind of like YouTuber where I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get rid of it because it's not available anymore. I mean, I have done that before, but these palettes are just out of this world. They're so pigmented and they're such great quality, but I feel like when the quality does start to fade, I will get rid of them because then I won't be able to use them, but they're just really nice to have. Because they're just so damn nice, so I'm keeping them. This Painted Desert by Morphe, I think I might get rid of this one because I've had it a while and it is a nice palette, but I just don't think I need it. Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised at myself because I do like this palette, but again, I don't need it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Soph Does Life palette. This is her Super Spice palette, so this is the last one that she came out with. I do really like it, and I like this black because I use it a lot for like when I use like Color Cosmetics, for example. I use that as like a shade to kind of as the base, but the palette itself is very nice. I just haven't used it in a while. I will keep it because it's the only, I think it's the only palette of hers that I have now, because the other ones I did get rid of, but it's a nice palette. Let's see, next I have this Revolution. Oh man, I'm starting to kind of think I don't need this anymore because I haven't used it in so freaking long and it's actually stuck to the palette. Oh my god, yeah, I mean, I've barely used this. I don't know what to do. I really like this palette, but I just really feel like I don't need it. Thing is, if I throw it away, I will hate myself because I love the packaging so much. I think it's the same with my Disney palettes as well, because they are just below here, I think. Are they here? Yeah, I've got my Little Mermaid one. Do I have any others? I can't remember, but yeah, I will keep these because they're just part of my, they're not part of my childhood because obviously I've not had them that long, but they're just part of my kind of love for Disney, especially like Little Mermaid. So yeah, I will keep these ones. Again guys, this is not like a crazy declutter for me. This is just something I need to kind of clear out and clean. This one I am going to get rid of Summer Vibes. This is just a shit palette, to be honest. Like, I got this very affordable at the beauty outlet, and I just wanted to try something new by Technic, but it wasn't worth it because it's shit, so I'm getting rid of that. Lowe's Cosmetics, of course I'm keeping this because it's one of the nicest palettes I've ever used. I don't know why I keep all this stupid plastic, but yeah, the shades just speak for themselves. The quality is fantastic, especially for an indie brand. And I have the Meet Me, oh there we go, is it the, yeah, Meet Me in the Underworld palette, which is probably one of my favourite palettes ever made. It is just the most stunning packaging, the most stunning shades. Like, look how gorgeous this is. I mean, when I tell you I love green, I love green. Yeah, these are always staying in my collection. I cannot wait. I hope she brings out another palette soon Lois, come on, let's get on with it. So this next one is by Rude Cosmetics. I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't use it. I mean, I think last time at my declutter I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it one more time, then I'll get rid of it. But to be honest, I haven't picked it up. I haven't even thought about it. I think it's gotten, what the hell is this? It's just gotten a bit sweaty. I don't know if that's right. I don't know what the hell it is, but not sweaty, but I just think it's just sitting in this box all the time in my cupboard and I haven't used it. So I will get rid of this. I believe it should still be safe for the eye. I have to double check, but yeah, this is going. It's just not being used. Carnival All Stars, I'm definitely keeping this. I haven't had it very long. I'm going to get rid of the box because it's basically the same thing. But yeah, this palette is very cute. I mean, I only got the mini version because at the time it was like £10 that I picked it up. And honestly, I do have quite a few Be Perfect palettes, but this is just very colourful and it's quite compact as well. So it's not taking up too much space, I would say. But yep, it's a good one. Next is by LA Girl. So this is just a random Keep It Playful palette. I've used it a few times. It's nice quality, like this shimmer is stunning. It's just a nice kind of like everyday palette. I'll keep it because it's small. Game of Thrones by Revolution. I'm gonna throw away this plastic, it's just pointless, but this is quite a nice palette. I mean, I think this is the Mother of Dragons. Yep, Mother of Dragons. My memory remembers the pointless things, but yeah, I like the colors, and I haven't had a chance to try like these deeper ones, but I do like this palette as a whole because the quality is pretty good and the packaging is freaking great as well. So I'm gonna keep this. Yeah, this is like the OG Lowe's Cosmetics palette that I purchased, the rose metal one. I will keep it because it's freaking cute and I haven't used it in a while, but it's such a major throwback that I might have to go back into it one day, well, hopefully soon, to kind of give it another go. This is by Colourpop. I really love this palette. Big Poppy palette. It's just full of mattes, I believe, and it is just so nice. It's a great kind of summer palette. I mean, it's not very spring. I mean, it's spring because of the flowers, but the colours are very summer-like. And I mean, I wear all shades in the summer, so it's not like certain palettes are reserved for this certain times of year, but I just think colour-wise, I just love the whole aesthetic and I love it. So I'm definitely keeping this. I think I will now get rid of this Rosé All Day palette. I've only used it like once or twice and it's nothing special. It's obviously meant to be a dupe of what are they called? What the hell? Why cannot remember what they're called? I'm gonna kick myself. Where's that palette? I can't remember. Anastasia Beverly Hills. There we go. The ABH palette, which I haven't tried and it's a bit out of my price range, but this is a dupe for it. And although it was decent, I don't use this palette. It's just there. So I'm going to get rid of it because I don't need it. So now let's go on to the New Romantic by Beauty Bay. I really like this palette. The shades are stunning. I love, love, love this colour story. And I will keep it because the quality is always freaking great. And yep, I'm keeping that one. Made by Mitchel. Do you like some milk? Do you want some milk? Whatever. I haven't used this in so freaking long. I am going to keep it because it's a Mahusive palette. But yeah, it's a nice shade story. I mean, I don't know if Mitchel really does these type of palettes anymore because he's so concentrated on like the blushes and all the other kind of things that he does, but he's got like those color cases which look really cool. But this palette is quite nice. It's just a shame it's so freaking massive, but yeah, it's staying. It's nice. Cash Beauty, I mean, this is nice. It's not what I would say broke, like, you know, broke the internet or, you know, wowed me that much, but it's still a really nice palette. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if I dug my finger or something in there, most likely, but these are stunning. I mean, I really like these palettes. I will keep it because I don't really have anything else by her. I have their lipstick, which is nice, but I mean, I always like to have an eyeshadow palette. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that one. This by XX Revolution. I'll probably get rid of this because I've had it so freaking long that I don't really use it. It's a nice palette, but is it like nice enough to keep? Not really. So yeah, that's gonna go. This is like Heartless palette. Just random, but it's got like a nice kind of faux leather like case to it. But yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that one. What else have we got? Oh, Lucky Penny, I'm keeping this one. I absolutely love this palette by Colourpop. It's so freaking nice. I mean, it's like such a nice colour story, and it's so cute and like very like a lot of pigment. I'm keeping that one for sure. This is Jaclyn Hill Ring the Alarm. This is like, I got this very cheap like at Morphe. I'll keep it because it's very nice. I mean, the shades are very nice. I mean, I know there was the whole controversy around these palettes, but I mean, it's such an old story and thing now. But yeah, I don't yeah, I'm gonna keep it because I like it. So I've got these 3 palettes by P.Louise. I have Date Night twice. The one that I haven't used up much, I don't know, what should I do, because I love like this palette a lot, but I need 2. So this one I think I've used maybe once, and then this one, let me see what I've done to it, because I don't know if I've used them, because I don't know why I would use one and not the other. Okay, I seem to have like used both quite similar. I might have to like check. Let me just, would help if I did this. What one have I used the most? I've used this one more, so this one I will keep. This one I will probably have to like see if anyone wants it, because I don't need 2 as much as I would like to keep both of them. They're just sitting there. I do not need both of them. I just need one. And then the vacation one, I think, is quite a standard kind of palette. Like, I don't think it's anything crazy groundbreaking. It's just still nice. I don't know if they still sell these. Oh, actually, you know what, I do like this color story a lot. I don't know why I was about to give it some hate, because I do not remember what some of these palettes look like for the life of me. But yeah, I really like this one. I'm gonna keep it. This by Raw Beauty Christie. I mean, I don't really watch her anymore, and I haven't used this in a while, but I'm gonna keep this palette because it's freaking nice. Some of these shades are so stunning. They're right up my street, and I so far think that the shimmers are still, and the colors are still good to use, so I'm gonna keep this. So this is Urban Decay by the Prince palette. I mean, I'm keeping this more for sentimental, because I love Prince and I love makeup, and Urban Decay are very like up and down. I am still going to keep this even though I don't use it, and I'm going to keep it in its packaging because I like the symbol. So that is kind of how I feel about that one. I think I'm going to finally get rid of this one. I really like this palette a lot. I just don't use it, and I have so many other palettes that I've even shown you today which are exactly the same, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. Seems to be a lot of the small palettes I'm getting rid of as opposed to any big ones, but that's fine. Earthly palette by Beauty Bay. This is staying. I mean, they're great. Wilderness one, again, it's quite similar to this Earthly palette, but my god, these shades are stunning. I love this palette a lot. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Living My Best Light. This is a highlighter palette, so I'm gonna keep this because I mean they're still great, and I don't think I've had it. God, I think I've had it like at least 2 years. But I think it's still good to use, so I'm definitely, it's staying. The Nikki Tutorials palette, I'm keeping it because again, I don't watch her like at all anymore, but I really love this palette and I like the whole aesthetic, and I'm pretty sure the colours are still good to use. So we're keeping this one. This is the Coffee Cat by Wet n Wild. Haven't used this in ages. I think, does it still smell of coffee? No, I'm going to get rid of this one now, just because I really don't use it, and it's staying here for no reason. Yeah, it's time to say goodbye. Right, I have these mini palettes. I mean, I'm definitely keeping these, like all of these. Let's look at this berries one. Yep, that's very cute. I don't know why I looked at it, just went yep. But yeah, these palettes are fantastic. I mean, one of the shimmers has fallen out of this palette, but I don't have to buy a new one. Like, I really don't need to buy a new one because those little greens are still perfect to use. And that shimmer, I can just always use another shimmer. And my god, this palette is so cute. I've been loving the Mandalorian this season. It is another great season, and I'm sure by the time I upload this the series will be over. But yeah, I just really like these palettes, they're very cute. This one by Kathleen Lights, I don't watch her videos, but I still quite like this palette, and there's so many shades that I haven't used. I think I might keep this out and just like film something with it today, because it's, oh god, I've had it for so long, and it's such a nice cut, it's such a nice palette. I need to use it more, honestly. This Carnival palette by Be Perfect, I've only used it like twice, and I need to use it more, honestly. Like I'm not very like tough on myself when it comes to these palettes at all, but this Revolution book, I'm gonna keep it. I mean, it's literally all greys, it's a grey palette, but why is it not opening, honestly? But I've used it a few times to kind of use as like transition shades or just a look, and it is a nice palette. Is it like something groundbreaking? No, but is it nice enough to use? Yes. You got one side shimmers, one side matte shades. I don't know if they make these anymore. I got it from a beauty outlet. I'm gonna throw away the box because it's just a bit chunkier, but yeah, it's a nice palette. This is a Clair Cool. This is such a good palette. My god, I love using this palette so much. Look at these shades. These are like some of my perfect shades. This is meant to kind of like quote unquote be a dupe for like the Patrick Tar palette, which is still on my wish list, but I will definitely keep this. It's so freaking good. This Mardi Gras palette by W7, this is stunning. This is obviously a dupe for the Tahiti palette by W7. I have not used this in so freaking long. I'm going to use it soon. Oh god, this Morphe Fierce by Nature, I have not used this in so long, but I love it. It's still nice. I think I will see if the formula is still good. If it is, then I'll keep it. If it dries out, I will get rid of it, because it's just such a big one, and these huge palettes are just a bit of a pain in the butt. Okay, I've got a couple left. This is the mini Soph palette. You know what, I think this one I might, god, should I keep it? I'll get rid of it now because I haven't used it, and I did always find this one a bit meh, because I just think for some reason the consistency wasn't that good. But I still like the shimmers in it, but yeah, I think it's time to leave. Got a couple left now, that's just whatever. Okay, this Elf palette, I'm gonna keep this. These are very nice, very pigmented, for £4. I mean, you can get such a nice look in this. I think this is the pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie, my memory is surprisingly good. Yeah, I like this palette a lot. It's staying. This by Beauty Crop, this is such a nice palette. It's such a nice like mini cute palette. I'm definitely keeping that one. Sandstone, I thought this palette was okay. I haven't used it in a while. Oh, I'm gonna keep it, I don't care. I mean, again, I haven't gotten rid of a lot today, but I feel like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna get rid of this one. I've only used this twice, and I don't think it's anything special. Again, it's a dupe, Huda Beauty, but I really don't use this, and this is just so like, ew. Like, I'm not a big fan of that consistency, so getting rid of this one. And this Beauty and the Beast one I'm gonna keep, because again, like my other Disney ones, it's just all about nostalgia and my love. So yeah, this is basically an empty cage now. Alright, so I feel like I've done quite well. I mean, I got rid of about 8 or 9 palettes. Actually, let me count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No, about 13 palettes, and I feel like I've done quite a good job, because like I said, it's very, very difficult, but I will be filming the next one soon. So yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there. You get to see like what I'm doing on my everyday life and when I'm uploading other videos. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.